Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Stellaris. We are the Savanti Coalition, the fanatic Xenophiles who fear the dark, believing people interfered with our development as aliens from another planet, stealing our people and experimenting away. We've learned genetic engineering and now we're doing it to other empires. Oh, how things have come full circle. This does tickle me quite significantly. Ooh, insight breakthrough imminent. We've gathered enough information to create a new insight technology. The next time we have an observation event that would advance our insight, we will gain a new research option. So this is on the lovely observation post that we've got here. Let's have a look at the espionage. So now we've got genetic engineering. We could gradually start advancing them. Or indoctrinate them. Our infiltration level is going up. It does seem to take time, though. I wonder. Indoctrinating society is fine for us to do. By influencing smaller population groups within their civilization, our operatives can bring their whole society around to our way of thinking. This is going to cost us a little bit in terms of upkeep, which is fine. We've got plenty of money. It's going to cost us a little bit in terms of influence, but that's also fine. Commence when ready. The difficulty is quite high, but I think this is going to be good for us. We've encountered a new society. Another pre-FTL civilization. Let's go and see whereabouts they are. Really close to the other one. All of this right in our back garden. I wonder if we're going to be able to like hop over and start into it. There's also a planet that we could colonize there. I really like the look of Fangor as a place. But it would cost us a lot in terms of influence.
System survey complete.
To build anything here. 256 more influence than we've got. So a bit more than we can justify. Cotsons has been surveyed. Go ahead and build our starbase here. This is big. This is a jumping point across. This world is habitable to the Savanti, so that's great. This can just be a lovely place. Let's get another Genesis art going. We need plenty more metals before we can do that. We can sell energy credits for a bit. Buy a whole bunch of metals. That'll get us a bit closer, a bit faster.
Research complete.
What have we researched? More tile blockers. Ooh. Targeted gene expressions. That sounds spicy. That's quite a long one for us to take time doing. Vocational genomics. I really like the idea of this. However, it is a long time. You know what? Let's lean into it. Let's go full crazy science.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
As soon as we can, I'll get this Genesis Heart building. There we go. This is going to be Savanti. And then we can send it across ahead of time so that it's ready to colonize.
Construction complete.
Seeing as you've constructed, you may as well get some more buildings going. Oh! They've broken their research agreement. I mean, to be fair, they're probably a bit scared of us. Our technology far outstrips theirs, so I don't see any reason for them to do that. I should move you up for the next hyperspace relay, but it's going to be a while before we can afford the metals for that. It might be time to start building some more alloy foundries. The central spire has been finished. Now, it has dropped housing a little. We've still got housing available. And there is plenty of jobs available for people. The research supply depot will save us quite a lot in terms of the various resources. And right now, there is a bit of upkeep on it for the exotic gases, but that will get paid for in itself. So let's build it now. It doesn't give any more jobs, it doesn't take away housing. I think that's fine. Do we have anyone that we can put in here? If not, we could maybe get ourselves an official. Yeah, the officials don't look amazing. Slowing down pop growth speed is not handy. This chap's kind of fine. Zuchar. Let's get him in there. He'll do some benefit. Senate is in session. Ooh. So this is the Charter of Workers' Rights. Everyone seems to be on the right side of diplomacy for this. it would be amusing to get people to vote against it. It costs a little bit of influence to do that as well. That's interesting to see how it works. Oh, a lot of people are abstaining. Huh? Well, we've still got plenty of success going there.
Research complete.
We're almost at the point where we can... Oh, we can queue up another starbase. Well, let's get that queued up after this has been built. Our relic, we can activate it. We are not going to activate it. This gives powerful temporary combat advantages. We don't know precisely what that's going to do. Wormhole stabilization, we can explore wormholes. This is a really big thing. That's going to allow us to figure out where things go and what needs to be protected. Let's get gravitic sensors. And let's take a look at where our science ships are. Go explore that. Then... That's in someone else's borders. So, explore that system. Explore that system. Yeah, all this is within enemy borders. So actually, yeah. Explore there. You know what, we'll do it this way. Explore. Explore. Explore the wormhole. Explore, explore, and then we're coming back round. Explore, explore, and survey. That keeps you busy for a while. Where's our next science ship? The Enplar, once you've done this, come and explore this wormhole over here. And the Suplar... Honestly, I think you're probably good for now. I do want to see what's at Ursinu. So once you've done Frack, come across here, explore that one, and then once you've done that, come down to Isrinu.
System survey complete.
Vancor has been surveyed.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
We've got plenty to be doing. I could probably get another science ship out there to speed up some of our surveying and exploration. But I think we're probably fine. I'm going to want you to get another Genesis Arc as soon as you can to come up for this place. We've got two Gaia worlds right next to each other. Ah! I did wonder when the Valkyrians were going to claim more of our territory. This time they are claiming the Koyokok system. And honestly, I couldn't tell you where it is, so clearly it's important. It'll be gradually expanding out from where they were getting before, where they were trying to claim before. Ah, just there. Well, they're not going to get that. Not if I have anything to say about it. I should consider upgrading more of the star bases nearby. Yeah, we do have a hyper relay there. We don't have one in Isrenu yet. To build a hyper relay, we're going to need another 270 metal and 74. Of course, we don't really have any trade going at the moment. Still, we do have lots of money. So let's look at this as a financial thing. 100 there. We can sell 50 of those. 125. How close does that put us? 144 away, so we still need a few more. There we go, that puts us much closer.
System survey complete.
The Grajov system has been surveyed, which leaves us just one to find down here. Genesis Ark. Come on in and colonize this new world. Not going to limit it to founder species only. Potentially 14 generator districts. We'll leave it auto-designated, but this looks like it could be a very profitable place. Yeah, we'll call it Rillis. Rillis is a fine name. I did spend all of our alloys on building another
Construction complete.
hyperspace relay. That was the last of the astral threads. How are we doing on astral threads? 143. That's coming along quite nicely. We could find some peaceful applications for our artifacts. However, I think I'll wait until we can try and do the reverse engineer on them. So you are now at a bit of a loose end. Maybe we'll just jump over where was the place that we saw that had 2 planets in it? I could have sworn it was down in this area, unless it was one that's already been taken. Because we know that one's potentially have. Oh, maybe there was 2, and one of them has a population on it. I think that's probably it. Still, Fiplar. If you were to claim it, it would take quite a lot. Probably not worth moving down then for that. Instead, let's stick you here for now.
Construction complete.
Go ahead and get all the research stations here
Spaceborne life form
and the mining
encountered.
station. The Begathesian Citizens League has been destroyed. That is the first that we've seen go. Our Minister of Defense has leveled up. Right now you are governing Seldis. Seldis as a world is our generator world. So making you generator focused is going to be of benefit. The wormhole in Bridath has been explored. Oh, that goes far. Wow. I don't think we necessarily need to look through it. But that is interesting. We have a specific thing about Xenophile. A significant data leak has occurred, exposing sensitive information and crucial security details to the public. The files include schematics of military installations, details of neural interface experiments, and proof of surveillance of several prominent figures of the opposition. Xenophile has been identified as the one responsible for the disaster. We're not going to dismiss Xenophile, our Master of Guidance. So we'll lose some happiness, we'll lose militarist ethics attraction. But we get only 5 years of penalty from that. It's a tough call, but I suspect that that is someone playing games with us. A new player has joined the galactic community, the Begathesian Trade Union. After one batch of Begathesians vanished, new ones appear. Let's have a look at Valdis Prime and see how it's doing. So that research supply depot is building. There is still
Council
a
agenda
lot
ready.
of jobs. The population is growing slowly. I wonder if it's worth us considering getting some population growth in. Maybe. But right now, evolving society, monthly unity up. Next agenda, biomorphosis. That will give us tech progress to glandular acclimation. That's interesting. Or genetic pursuit, which will give us even more research for biology. And population growth speed, which I was just talking about. Yeah. I like that. Let's push for that for now. How are we doing on our Unity? 66 months to hit our next bit of progress. It's not going super fast, I will say that.
System survey complete. System survey complete.
Right. That planet is a tomb world. We're going to colonize it. We're just going to need some people that don't mind going along and then potentially leaving after a while. You've already got your orders for examining wormholes, so you can carry on doing that. The Hirasira system has been surveyed. You know what? Survey here, then up here, then down here. Go round like that. We might revise and swing back round, but it looks like the Royal Pious Alliance are expanding quite significantly.
Research complete.
190 more metals for us to get another Genesis Arc. There's 125. I think we're probably pushing this about as much as we can. Without just going massively over the top. So this is going to be to take Karthadi. And it's a Gaia world, so Savanti are fine there. This is going to be an Agri world. So we could send the trees. Although they're more technicians. Catguns are researchers. They're bureaucrats. Yeah, Savanti I think are going to be the best. And we're going to call it Russell. That's a fair enough name for it. Right, gravitic sensors have been done. Let's push for UV lasers next. So again, taking the cheapest one because we'll be able to hammer it out relatively quickly. And we've almost got enough artifacts to reverse engineer. Fallen Empire building gained. We now have the capacity to build a full stop. I am curious as to what it means by that. Let's find a place that has a spare building and see if we can work out what it would be. Molecular Revitalization Institute. I think it's probably that. That gives the leader lifespan up by 1 year. More medical worker jobs. Which in turn grow population. It's probably that. It's an interesting one. Leader lifespan up by 1 year is not a huge amount. If it was up by 10 years, then I'd be like, yeah, that's probably worth this building, but This feels like a money sink. So we'll leave it alone. Could be good for the population growth, maybe.
Handshake protocols activated.
Not shown.
Cardassian Trade Union? Yeah, we can stick an embassy in your place. Right, let's check in on that empire that we're observing. One of 4 stages has been completed. Oh, because of our encryption having dropped, this is actually harder than normal. We are still getting insights from it though, so it is making some progress. And it's on to stage 3. Two or 4 stages have been completed, yeah, so it's... We've got a 20% chance to actually get some... Oh god. Hang on. Close this off. The dimensional scar in Cathia system has destabilized, opening a rift into another place in time. Let's see what we've got. So this is Cathia. There is an astral rift here. Let's bring the ships in. This starts a situation of rift in space. Let's have a look at a rift in space. We've discovered an extraordinary rift in space and time. Perhaps if we take time to study its properties, we can find a way to explore further. We have no way of knowing what may be on the other side. We could send probes. So we're producing 42 alloys. We would lose 25% of them. Send probes. Oh, and this is going to unlock technology Rift Sphere. Interesting. I do have concerns though. In a moment we can get the physics insight modifier. And it looks like we've got first contact with an unknown entity as well that we're potentially going to assign someone to. So our first physics insight modifier has been activated. We can't activate that again for a while. This is an encounter in the Senli system. Okay. So this is within someone else's space, but the Row aliens look like they have... Oh, do we want to take someone away? No, we'll leave them for the moment. I would like another envoy. However, we've already kind of maxed out what we can do with them. We haven't really engaged with diplomacy much over the last couple of episodes. Obitrex has run out of stuff that it can do. The Miplor is still busy. The Obertrex was down here. Have we got the Hyper Relay? Yes, we do. So you can move on to the next place. Even though you're not going to be able to build it for a while, at least we can get ready to do that.
Construction complete.
I feel like we should extend down here. It is making our empire quite a lot bigger. Expanding like this. However, it also feels quite worth it. How much would it cost to ascend the colony here? We've got 6.1k population. It would knock a bit off, is what I'm thinking. But it's 4,200 to do that. Which is a good year and a bit. In terms of traditions. However, it will make the planet better as well. Let's reduce the impact of our homeworld. And while I think about it, let's have a quick look at the planets. So, Sheltered Reach as a whole, with 10k population, knocking 5% off that, it's going to drop our empire size by 5. So it is significant doing that. Our next biggest world is probably Makora. Yeah. Hathor's got 1.5k, Seldis has got 2.7k. But Seldis has already been ascended once. So Pathar would be the next. We can't afford to do another one just yet, but it's good to have potential plans for the future. Before I forget, the pit right now is producing most of our civilian industries. I should make sure that we are properly assigned with the economy. The biologists are fine to have, but we need to make sure that this number keeps going up at a good rate. So we'll have that focus in there. Secondarily, if we get a district specialization going over here, we could maybe look to start producing some of the rare crystals that we don't already have. heavy industry would be a fine thing for us to stick in there as well. Heavy industry or mixed industry, both of them are good. Let's go for heavy industry for now. Because we don't need the extra miners right this moment. We can build another colony ship. Nearly build another colony ship. It'll take a little bit of time to get the consumer goods we need. Master of Guidance has gained a level up. We can give him extra experience, or all leaders extra experience, extra leader traits, or extra leader trait options. That's probably quite valuable. Or specifically Voidcraft research speed. I think we'll go for the additional trait options.
Council agenda available.
Let's just push this through faster. So get ourselves a Genesis Arc. For this place, we're going to want people that are just happy. So probably the Evocarians. That'll tie them over. I feel like we're very, very low on resources. Hey, cool. One of our scientists has gained a level up there, currently on a survey ship. So let's give them anomaly chance discovery up. Meticulous. And we've found a new archaeological site. Yeah, there's a lot of very interesting stuff down in these areas.
System survey complete.
Move down over here in preparation for when we claim it. In the meantime, where are we going to send you exploring next? Survey this, then survey that, and then we can decide which way we go. Probably up first, then down. But this does indeed all connect back up round the outside. The wormhole in the Fracatus system has been explored, and it connects up with our own one, so we have a rapid deployment wormhole from our relic world back to our central system. That is very cool and very unexpected. So right now, you need to explore that, but after that, we don't really need you to do anything else. So keep that focus, and we can breathe a small sigh of relief. Written in the stars. On Stard 1, the inhabitants are using crudely carved imagery to express and share ideas. Samples documented by our researchers indicate that the inhabitants have an awareness of celestial bodies beyond their own planet, and have even begun to document constellations. Their early attempts at charting the stars are fairly accurate for such a young civilization, but not so much that they couldn't be improved should we wish to drop some hints. Let's subtly point them in the right direction and take the society research. The early star charts of the inhabitants have been covertly corrected. Carvings depicting nearby systems diagrams were made in a nearby cave. Once they're discovered, they should provide the local population with a better sense of the scale of the known universe. I love it. I do worry about what's going on in that rift area. While I think about it, we should get the fleet upgrading before we move them on. The fleet themselves, we can up the command limit quite significantly, or up the amount that we've got in there. It's the alloys that are the problem. We need to start converting all of our minerals coming in. You're all working as farmers and your population is growing too slowly. We need new places, that's what we need. The pit is definitely a mining world right now. Although it's more of a civilian industries world. We could sacrifice the biologists from the preserve and get some alloy foundries. Let's queue it up. It's probably a little early, but I think I'd rather have it than not.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
Now we have planetary deficits which are eating into our trade stockpile. We've got more than enough production elsewhere, so I'm not too worried about that. Gut Shredder! His now cruel planetary stability is down. It's not amazing, but I think we're probably fine. Just not nice to have someone who's working active. Oh, Ice Racker has gained wasteful. We are getting very unlucky with these. Luckily, this is a consumer good production place rather than a consumption place. But that's still two in very quick succession. Unfortunately, since the inhabitants of Stard 1 did not know who was responsible for their new star charts, they passed off our efforts as simple vandalism. Security round the caves has increased, and the ruling elite has grown hostile to new forms of self-expression. On a positive note, our interference was not a complete waste of time. Their reaction to this event has proven fascinating in terms of cultural research. Well, it gained us a bit. It's just, it's not quite what we were hoping for. Let's buy a bunch. We'll do some selling to get a little bit more So we can afford the next hyper relay. But it will be a while before we can... let's sell all of our food and all of our minerals as well. It'll be a while before we can afford all the alloys that we need. You know what? We can sell the energy credits as well.
Research complete.
Double research UV lasers. We'll swap those over for atmospheric orbital mechanics. Available envoys plus 0.25. Station upkeep minus 50% though. That's a huge Empire modifier. Research station output up. Mining station output up. Yeah. Or the Dyson Swarm. Designed to improve the output of stellar deposits. I want both of these. Let's reduce our station upkeep. $88 will drop down to 44. I'm assuming star bases will be the same. Yeah. And Society Research is the second one that we got. We could put our fleet command limit up. Probably don't need to. Let's do the frequency tuning for energy siphons right now. And with that, we're going to finish off this episode. So we've explored a whole bunch of wormholes. We've still got one left to explore, but I'm a lot happier about the fact that we've got the Ursnu one going all the way through to Fricatus. That's a real lucky positioning. Really, really lucky. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have enjoyed it, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Stellaris. See you soon.